Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the stream. My name is Catmark, and once more, it is that kind of time. It is Yugioh Duel Masochist. And more importantly, we're in Platinum. Which means, excuse the keyboard bash there, we've got a decent amount of time to actually climb. We've got, including today, 7 streams before we can, well, how to phrase it. We've got 7 streams before the month rolls over, which means we've got 7 streams to try and push for Diamond. Do I think we can get there? Yes. Do I think it's going to be easy? Hell no. Do I think we're guaranteed to get there? Hell no. But, we can only do our best, right? We left off in Platinum 5 with, I don't think, with the regular 4 wins to the next tier. Now you see, this only represent 20 wins, like the collective wins required to actually rank up. The issue is those need to be back-to-back, and that's where we struggle, unsurprisingly. The deck has not changed, just because it hasn't. I don't think I can play... Maybe I could play a going second deck and sitting through everything, just knowing that I have the safety of Kaiju's, Alpha, and whatever good staples I can think of throwing in. But I think I'd struggle a little bit, just maybe. Now, if it's K9, of course, I have turned on everything they do, but on the other hand, it's a hand trap, we use it. We don't have many of them. It's Cool Tune, or as they should be called, Killer Tune, because that's a stupendously better name. Same with Hecatoncheires for the Heka hands, because that is just like the actual mythological creature it's based off. But anyway, hope everyone's been doing okay. Hope everyone's been having a good time. I can't say a lot has changed with me. Is this the deck? Yeah, apparently so. Now, was that like... Yeah, it's all tuners, but that doesn't matter. Banish Fenrir. What was the other one? Valor. It's not much. Something. Unfortunate that they banished Fenrir, but we do have Ogre in hand anyway. We can only summon one of them. I can't say a lot has changed for me as of late. Little bit. Well, actually, no Night Rain since last stream. But I did start to collate data from the from Hard Like Joe's server's Discord tournaments that we run, and so far I've gathered all the data for 2022 and 23. We got a draw, and we get put into a Valor. It's not the worst. There's better, but it's not the worst. Let's start with an Ogre. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to normal summon Lofter. We're going to do... Lofter effect? Yeah. That feels good. Maxi. Har, I think. That makes the most sense to me anyway. Because it makes them send a monster from their hand or field to the grave. And then we also get to banish one of the top 5 cards of the deck. I mean, they still need to send a monster, but it's more likely than not just one from their hand or this thing. Actually, it's probably not that one. They're probably going to use that as synchro material. Yep. 3k defense. We get to banish one of the top 5 cards. Fua, which doesn't do anything. So I guess we just get rid of this, right? While your opponent has a tuner in their field or graveyard. That's oddly specific. I guess I'm going to get rid of this one. As long as it's not the Fua, then it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So... oh, they're just going to bounce one. Go for it. Ah, bounce one, destroy one. So they're destroying her. I use my normal summon on Lopter. I don't want to give them more draws with Maxi, but I might have to. Although, funny thing. Yeah, I've got to give them more draws. I've got to maintain a field presence. Might be worth just leaving it at that, so they don't have a stupid amount of advantage. I don't know if they can OTK really easily. Alright. Cannot be targeted with card effects. Great stuff. Ah, and they have a... right, okay. Oh, other tuners, so I can negate this one. Let's just banish one of the top 5 again. We'll just keep doing it. There's a chance we can just control. Five cards. Glad you tuned in to see me duel the new deck. Well, I'm just not so sure it's, like, great. I reckon you probably just play, like, all the cool tunes at, like, max ratios. But I guess the more we banish, the better, right? It's just something. We're not very long into this game, and it is also my first time interacting with them at all as a deck. What do you have in grave? Target a monster, destroy it. Target a spell trap, destroy it. They have a spell trap pop. I'm very tempted to try and, like, Fiendish Shame this thing, but I have a feeling they're just going to, negate, well, pseudo-negate it by just destroying it. I don't have any idea if they can OTK properly. Got a summon animation. Is big. Well. Great. I left it too late. No, I do not well, actually I do. But I'm trying to avoid floodgate cards for the most part. I'm trying to keep it a little bit more entertaining than that. I can't remember if I'm still on Inspector Border. I might be. No, I'm not on Inspector Border. So yeah, I am trying to avoid floodgates overall. Sod off. Well, that's how the first duel goes. New deck, new archetype. And of course, it's new, which poses a problem for me. Welcome back to Master Duel Masochist. I'm your ever-suffering host. Now, there might be a day when we win a coin toss. How have things been with you lately, Mr. M Gaming? You been having a good time? A fun time, maybe? Oh, these are just going to be everywhere, aren't they? At least there's a couple lights in the dark. So the bestials go. But that's about as far as it goes, I reckon. And we probably want to, you know, wait until the end of their combo, methinks. But I don't know. Unless they just put 2 lights in the graveyard right now. That might be it. Well, there's one. Yeah, there is one. There's Delta. Don't know how this works either. Well, it seems to be oops, old tuners, but, you know, that doesn't matter, really. Which, you know, I think is kind of neat. Synchro summoning without, you know, half the synchro components, just the other half. Oh, I got a response. And, right, so during each turn... Right, you've only got 1 in there. I think we just let it go. Just got a response from a friend who has not actually just seen my messages all week, which is a little strange. And they've just responded, but it also doesn't look like they've read any of the previous messages, unless my WhatsApp is just glitching. Now, you put another light in the grave. So, tribute to tuner, as you handle special summon, you cannot special accept tuners. What a absolute horror, you know? Also, True Draco got some new support. Yeah, that's kind of neat, you know? And what are you doing? So, deck or graveyard to your hand except for level 3. You're just going to add from deck. Alright. More synchro summons. Keep it going. We have got... I don't think I saw this one last duel, right? During your opponent's turn, quick effect. Ban a bot. I may have been paraphrasing. Tribute this card, choose 2 non-synchro tuners. Right. So you've got 1 light, 2 lights in the grave. That's a dark. It doesn't have anything if used as synchro material. So there's that. Either Dimensional Barrier will be really good, or Dimensional Fissure would be really good against this deck as well, because they need to be sent as synchro material, right? Sent to the graveyard as synchro material. So what if they don't hit the graveyard? Is it time for the return of stun? Because stun, it's fun, we swear. Again, they're just going to summon from deck. There's no point using a Bestial right now. There's also no point using a Bestial until the end phase, when they've done everything. What are you summoning a Naturia for? Your opponent can only activate one spell track card each turn. Fun. Are you going to then throw down a counter trap that says negate effect? Because that feels like the logical conclusion. I'd say you doing these synchro summons shouldn't be that hard, but then again, it is all tuners. And maybe you just kind of forget every now and then that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know if we win that one if they stay in it. I don't really care, though. That is, yeah, that's an actual DC, because there isn't anything particularly wrong with what they were doing. So, Malong, Riser, not that one, and B2B. So yeah, the majority of the extra deck is tuners. There's only an 8 and a 7 that they were playing. Actually, we lost to the other cool tune deck, so let's non-tuner, non-tuner which you cheat out, non-tuner which you cheat out. Do you cheat out? I don't know. Maybe you don't. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner Dark Dragon Synchro. No, you have to cheat that out, right? It's a level 9. That's a Dark Fiend. That's a Dark Dragon, but it is a tuner. So, yeah, I'm not actually sure how you bring this out, because you need a 9. That's a 10. That's a 10. Feel like if you don't have hand traps, they just go forever. That might be the case, honestly. But I guess we're only going to find out in due time. In the meantime, Master Packs. Because we won a duel. You know, won in some slight quotes or something like that. Right. First packs of the day. And that's our 15th Valor. Aerial Recharge is new, but it is also Mech Phantom Beast support, which immediately downgrades its playability. And what about pack number 2? Well, we've got an ultra rare in this one. I'm gonna move my keyboard for a minute. Yeah, that's probably a better place to have it. FA Dark Dragster. Okay, it's a new card. It's a decent card, I remember right. It's just a soft once per turn destruction, alright. Never mind. You can also only really control one. Naturia Exterio. That's pretty good. I don't think we have it. And Eclipse Twins. You can treat rank 4s as level 4s. Detach 2 attacks. Send to graveyard target 2 other rank 4s in your grave. Special 1, attach the other. So it's a Rise Yell tool, but I've never actually looked at it. I don't know if you could use it in other decks. And Cyber Network. Ooh, that's kind of neat. I kind of like that. The Exterior is really good, but we kind of want, I think, Waking the Dragon to summon it. Instead of actually trying to do it properly. Partly because trying to do it properly requires Naturia pulls. And the other part is just because it's going to be so much easier, you know? You don't have to get out 2 other extra deck monsters and then fusion summon. 2 SRs and you are in a pack. Yeah, that's not terrible luck, actually. Wandering Hop. And we're going second. Alright. So there's no reason to think about it. Eventually we will win the coin toss. Put that down. There we go. Why did I take a screenshot? What button did I accidentally hit? Oh geez, that is a hand. It is also a very going first hand, and we are decidedly not going first. Right, so we're gonna save the impulse for, like, the fusion spell, right? I feel that's what we do. In theory, if it's just, like, pure Dragon Maid, it's not that bad. Oh, is that it? Surely you got more than just, like, basically T-set. Especially on a level 8. That's decidedly a 7. Oh, Link 1. Ah. So, are we doing Dragon Link? No, we're not even doing Dragon Link plays. I may be confused. I also may be a little bit livid that this is the hand we're trying to use. Link, same type. So we could steal the Ernest, or we can steal the Parlor. Right, I think we just set 5. Set 5, call it a day. See what happens. They don't want to go up against that. Alright. Again, we won a duel through the power of acting like Labyrinth. They just bricked on a Dragon Maid deck. It is a Dragon Maid deck. They just bricked. They also don't have a search target for this thing. They don't have the boot sector launch. Special summon up to 2. So, like, yeah, you're also not even playing any targets for a boot sector. Why would you make this? I don't get it. Well, it's a strange start, but it is a start. Let's open some legacy tickets. 3 whole packs. Anything could be in these. Such as a normal monster we already have a few copies of. Although it's like this highest attack normal level. It's either the highest attack level 2 or like second highest or something like that. I think it's the highest. Puppet Rook, which is like chess support, but not chess archfiend. Chess warrior. Yeah, that's not amazing. Normal summon changes to defense position, Foolish and Earth Warrior. Which is not a terrible effect, but like, it's only on normal summon. And not that this has a way to summon itself. Once per turn, when this card is selected for an attack, you can target. So, yeah, in theory, it just like gets you a stronger monster during the battle phase, right? The more interesting thing is probably that if you have 2 of this, then you have an attack lock against your opponent. Firestorm Prominence, Sword Slasher. It looks kind of like, in a way, old school cool, but also like a little goofy. I don't know. And then the House of Adhesive Tape. So the puppet's like fine, but that's about it. I wouldn't call them good. What about the mass packs? A Dolce card we have. A True Draco card we do not have, which is mildly decent, say that. Max Metal Morph, not a royal rare, but it is another copy of Max Metal Morph. We'll take it. We have, like, a small Metal Morph package, but it is a small Metal Morph package. I believe the Metal Morphs need to summon from deck rather than hand. Which means that, like, one card basically bricks the entire thing if we draw it. There's, like, the hardest of garnets we could possibly have. Digusto Phoenix is a half-decent rank 2. And Power Hold is not a particularly strong level 4, but it is a level 4. It is a trap monster, which means more Anguish Pattern shenanigans. Also, if we have gadgets, but I'm pretty sure we don't have gadgets. Okay, I'm curious. Is this pack just gadgets? No, it's gadgets, gig, gig, yeah. Sorry. That makes sense, honestly. Right. Did I want to check anything from those? Yeah, why not? So, that's related to True Draco. We have a couple, not enough. That's related to Metal Morph. Yeah, we have one payoff. We have 4 Metal Morph traps to actually get into it. From your deck. This one's from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Tribute a face-up monster. Special a monster that cannot be normal summoned and mentions max Metal Morph. So... this works? Like, you can just do this on Zoa? Oh no, you can't, because this needs to... it's on the monster you summon. Yeah, we have a Cyber Dragon. This is probably the easiest way to show. Yeah, we have like 3 Cyber Dragon plus all the knockoff Cyber Dragons of assorted. Like Sieger. And if we branch out from Cyber Dragon, you see that we even have, like, you know, the Contact Fuse. We have Clockwork Knight, but we don't have the Link 1 Clockwork Knight. Cyber Dragon is definitely a deck we could fool around with and try and work out at some point. I need to tribute a level 5 or higher warrior if I'm going to summon him from hand. But if I'm going to summon him from deck, I can tribute anything, which means that that's the obvious thing. But then it makes it such a hard garnet if I draw it, so the Metal Morph package is probably not worth playing for the moment. Whereas Generator is entirely worth playing, because you draw the field spell, and that reads, I win. Please. It's kind of a request, but you know. So we're going to do this. Just normal Opta. Okay. Boss stage. Okay. 1. 2. Summon. That works, which surprises me. Alright, there we go. That's apparently the turn. So we've got a extra deck Compulse, we've got a counter trap for an Omni Negate. Do we have boss stage? We do. That is surprising. And we do 1. And we do 2. They thinking. How much do I care about that? Not enough. I've still got an Omni Negate. Well, 2 Omni Negates, one of them at spell speed 3. And then I've also got a Compulse, which is probably enough for Blue Eyes if it is Blue Eyes. Might not be. Lightning Storm. Spell Traps. Yeah, we're gonna do you here. It doesn't really matter, we'll just tribute off 2 tokens. I could see this being Tenpai. Or some other Ghost second deck. Maybe Mekanko. No, they're safe with Eyes of Blue. And what are the odds we just... No, I think we leave that. Blue Eyes? No! Yeah, it's Blue Eyes. you know, it's kind of nice to see people who are just like, you know, profile picking like just all of their things is just like, I'm playing this deck, and then I am actually playing this deck, you know. Yeah, you want that in your grave anyway. Discard, add a level 1. Right, so I reckon I negate that. I can't let that resolve. And I can then compulse. I need to, yeah, so I need to chain on here. And I need to work out the wording on the field spell it's going to add. Excuse you. So, once per turn, target the face of monster, send a normal monster from the, and if you do, the targeted monster. Ah, no. Okay, so it sends the gain. I mean, I guess, yeah, we just do this now. Let's put it back. You can get yourself a second normal summon, but I doubt that the last card in hand is a tuner. Oh, it can special summon? Oh, of course, it's a dragon. I forgot. Thanks for the monster. There's the mausoleum. The last card, Maiden, you fucking with me. On the other hand, it doesn't actually get them to all that much. This can get them a spell trap, it can't summon Blue Eyes for them. So, yeah, that can get you to Blue Eyes, which can get you Maiden out. Which can get you a level 9 Synchro. Which can... How far does that get you? This feels like it's actually getting them decently far now. Yeah, they can attack everything, which means this goes back to their grave and they can clear the whole board. Oh, Tyrant Dragon. Well, that's unfortunate. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. We can only use one. And then that one's already banished, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm not dead. Oh no, I'm dead. I am so dead. You're fucking kidding me that the last card in hand is Maiden. It couldn't have been anything else. Please tell me there's an attack restriction. No, there's no attack restriction. Fuck you. Colossally. Fuck you. Should I have valued the Lopter? No. No, it was far more important to just, like, negate the early things, but god fucking damn it. Anyway. Go first, and hopefully the opponent doesn't have the 6-card hand that just allows them to kill me anyway. You know, it's a hand. Right. Boss stage. Set 1. Set 2. We have follow-up. It's a hand of all time. What, this one or the one that the opponent just had? Because I don't think this is too bad. Fuck you. Your card for turn? Really? Really? We have one monster negate. They're gonna draw a card. I wanna get Ha in rotation. Pussycat. Fuck you. If I do this, yes, they get a draw, but I stop my own field spell from activating, which means I don't get the tokens with the negated Ha. I can then just... Oh, I needed the fucking tokens. The fuck am I supposed to do? Fuck you too. You best fucking disconnect. If I don't do this, I have nothing. Now, they have fucking everything. But if I don't do it, I have literally nothing, and they have like an 8-card hand anyway. So might as well give them a couple more cards. Am I right, gamers? Am I right, fellow Yu-Gi-Oh players? 2 cards has never killed anyone. Part of Greed is a perfectly balanced card. Alright, I'm not going to negate that. I'm going to make him send a monster. It's pretty weak, but I need what little removal I have on them at this point. Right, send one of your 15 monsters from the hand to the grave, please. The third Fuwa loss. You're fucking kidding me. Trigger main phase immediately after if you equip. It's kind of a must negate. Yeah. I don't like it. Still got a 6-card hand, by the way, and I've got 1 disruption. Just search the starter anyway. Your name is not Cyber Dragon. Not anymore. Normal summon, find out. No, your name is not Cyber Dragon. Right, are you done now? Probably not, you got 5 cards in hand, but I really want you to be fucking done. What do you fucking mean you just have 2 of them? Just go again. Didn't let you do any of the things. When a card or effect, I should have probably Well, no, because it's... You can only activate one per turn. I needed to let the activation resolve negate the effect. Fuck my life. Oh, what are you waiting for? Drop Clockwork Knight, for fuck's sake. It is still a cyber monster. Why can't you just revolve around Cyber Dragon? It's because this has to be like a Cyber Dark and a Cyber Dragon support card, but like... That is a once per turn, right? Yes. Good. Need the fucking small wins, apparently, because I can't get the big ones. We had two opponents basically quit on us, and the game's like, no, that's not allowed. What are you setting? Right, the question is that lethal? The answer might not surprise you. Yes, of course it's fucking lethal. Because there's Rampage Dragon, who now has its attack doubled. And now you can make it attack 3 whole times this turn. Good fucking lord. Thanks, game. You get 2 free wins, you get 2 free losses. You cannot have anything nice, because that would be mean on the other players who have not had anything nice. We're going second against self-proclaimed hero. So we may be facing the Cosmic Lock. Maybe. We have all of 1 Bestial. Which is not nothing. But you best believe me, it's not enough against Hero. It's not Hero. I don't think you even use Dark Monsters. Except... apparently Red Rising. Okay, you use Dark Monsters. You just sending for cost? Use... handle field, okay. There is a reason. During the end phase, if this card was in your graveyard, right, there's Crimson Resonator. Right. So how does Red Rising type a Resonator in your grave? Good stuff. We have a card that does a thing. Lo and behold, interaction. I will search during the end phase. Apparently I will. Okay. Does that actually allow you to make the 9? I'm not sure it does. It does. Today I learned. So running on a negate for a card. During your main phase you had Earthbound Immortal. What do you add? Right. Of course. Because screw me. Wait, was that a quick effect? During the main phase quick effect? Yeah, apparently. it's just negate its effects until the end of the turn. Okay. We're in the end phase anyway, so we might as well do this. Get rid of the Red Rising Dragon. You can't stop it. Got no idea what they've set. That is not a draw of all time. What can we do? Not much of anything. I can get their tuner. You're gonna negate that. Alright. I assume there's going to be a reason that that's a valid play, but I don't know it. Right, let's get ourselves a Resonator. And let's summon Perulia because we're not using it. Well, that's going to plan. Here's Yazi. There's nothing specifically against if this card is destroyed, so... Apparently it's just easier and easier as you go. So I can synchro off using theirs, and then immediately banish it from the grave. Actually, no, I can't. This is a fire. Remember, your synchro monster is a fire monster. Right, so we go for the card on the field, because we can just walk over this, that's not an issue. Okay, it was just Imperm. I can't believe they were protecting Imperm of all things. But sure. You do you, buddy. Can you get started off of... maybe you don't even need to get started, I guess that's the thing, you've got that thing. How does it work again? Or am I about to see it in like split 2 seconds? During the main phase, banish this card from your hand or graveyard, send... Okay. From your hand or face-up monsters. Okay, so you need to get a Red Dragon Archfiend, actually. So you need to get Red Dragon Archfiend into play. Can you get Red Dragon Archfiend into play? I'm not sure they can. I'm also not sure they can't. That was a special summon that searches you as Spell Trap. I think you might be able to. Fuck. I can't believe, 1, they just defended Imperm for the whole time. 2, I can't believe that was the correct play. Yeah, that just gets them back into what they wanted to do. Which is Red Rising Dragon, and then make... Oh, you're just gonna... Well, no, you have a different 2 in the graveyard. You might still do it anyway. Welcome to the mystery of Platinum, apparently. They just summoned Red Nova Dragon? Is that it? Well, they summoned an Earthbound monster. Must be fusion summoned. So it's not that one. Are you into Red Dragon? Yeah, you're into Red Dragon Archfiend now. Woo. And they sent that. If this card sent from the monster into the graveyard. But it wasn't sent as synchro material. I'm a little confused why I can't do that. This monster is not negated. This has the potential to destroy cards. Okay. You do still lose one of your monsters. Probably this one. I mean, yeah, that one hasn't... Yeah, there we go. It hasn't attacked, and yeah, you can only use that once per turn. You probably played multiple Red Dragon Archfiend in your deck, so let's just not. Can't be destroyed by an opponent's card effects. It can be banished. Which is probably where, you know, my game plan starts. The fact that it can be banished. Because all I need to do is special summon a whole singular generator. Although I think I'm going to do 2. I want to get Locter into rotation, he thinks. Yeah. Because it can still be targeted, that's the other thing. You get the first action. What'll it be, mate? I'm going to deliberately make sure that my hands are off the right click from the mouse. I want to make sure they don't just skip battle phase. And I do have to kill this thing. Okay, so we do that now. I'm probably going to combo off a bit harder, but I still think it's this guy. We can tribute off 2 defense position bodies, important. And we can get rid of this thing by its effect. So this will just leave the field. I don't know how many of the Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend you play. I imagine you just play the one. Especially on the level 4 lower monster from your hand. Alright. I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to let you do it. Okay. which is a 3. Okay, you go for it. That's... okay, 1200. I think I can afford to take that. I'm not entirely certain. That's a 10. Bestial Dissipator. When opponent's monster effects activated, shuffle, destroy. You bastard. They can just bring back a Banished Light or Dark. You can bring this back. Well, here's me learning lessons too late. I'm gonna banish this thing. See how I like it. Ha ha ha. I mean, the thing is, it's only a destruction. I don't have anything banished. I guess I'll take that. I don't know. They might be able to get rid of me easy enough. We're just gonna have to try. What did you return? Red Rising. Not really surprising. And still got that effect, still got that effect. No one and beat. This has been rather unlucky, if I do say so myself. Someone who doesn't seem to really understand how to play Red Dragon Archfiend into making the most optimal play by playing rather suboptimally. Like, Imperm is just a monster negate, but the Red Dragon Archfiend that they got rid of, that was a technically Omni negate, you know? I do not favour my chances with this hand. Do we bother waiting this out? We need, like, exactly Dark Ruler no more. I don't think there's another card unless they screw up the combo. There isn't really a... like, the thing is, if your opponent's going to screw up the combo, there's no optimal point to wait until to see if they screw it up. I guess when they've, like, hit the end board. But people also just surrender out of nowhere sometimes. On the other hand, I have a limited amount of time to do these things. Well, you got 2 Fiends on board. 2 Light Fiends. Yeah, I'm just... that's not... I'm torn. Because on the one hand, DDD Wave High King Caesar does not negate Raigeki. On the other hand, they are playing Fiendsmith Yubel. I don't know whether to surrender, I don't know whether to. What the fuck? Who's playing Ghost Mourner? Who? I've got no idea what my opponent is doing anymore. You know, maybe Raigeki does stop them. If I do not know what their cards do, then surely they are all destructible by card effect, right? That's how the game works. Besides, Phantom of Yubel only changes monster effects, doesn't it? See, it only changes monster effects. What? Why do you have the other one? Why did you not go for that earlier? I'm so confused, guys. Why are they going about their combos in the order that they're doing them? It's not even like they've put up a thing for Nibiru. Do you think they're actually going to go for, like, add Super Poly? They might genuinely be going for add Super Poly. I don't actually want to destroy that one. I mean, they're playing like a hybrid variant, but like a lot more people have been running like the garnets, so to speak. Like, you know, these ones that like, if you're playing like just the minimal engine, you don't actually need this card. Like, you know, you would chaos summoning these from like the Sacred Beast engine. You'd cut the 12 from the Yubel package because you don't need it. You'd cut, you know, this, that, and the other. They are, in fact, using a counter. You can only use this effect once per turn, so they weren't going to search Super Poly, apparently. Or they were going to try. I don't know. Is it Varudras? Well, there's Phantom. Which means, in theory, you could search Super Poly, but you kind of stop yourself from doing that, so... What? Why? What are you fucking doing? I am very confused. They could just have Super Poly. It also showed the wrong effect on screen just then, so there's that. Raigeki, which is going to give you like plus 2 billion, I don't know. But it's also going to turn on Triple Tactics, which is the only fucking card I have. Oh, it goes through. Neat. 1, 2. 2. Alright. There's Terra Incarnate. There's regular Yubel. And there's the Abominable Chamber. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect target special summon monster. Right, so I can either targeted for an attack target. So I can destroy all monsters on the field again by like taking control of this until the end phase. Yeah, let's try that. Because in theory I should be able to choose what end phase effects resolve in order, which means this dies, and this is the only thing that's left. In fact, I can. That's not, again, that's not the effect that's activating. They're playing 2. Why on earth are you playing 2? What kind of people am I running up against today? I'm not even sure I bother with the field spell right now. They genuinely aren't posing anything that's currently threatening to me. Okay, that's fine. It's just another fiend body as far as I can tell. That's fine. So, rank 6, I guess, right? Musical sumo dice games. Why? Do you have a crazy brew to get this to work? I don't think you do. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, so it gives me a monster. Is that what we're working out, you know? We wait. And there you go. My 3-step plan for how to beat Yugioh. Activate a trap card, activate a trap card, activate a trap card, and if it doesn't work, cry. They're putting another Phantom on board. Are you not playing Super Poly? Or is it just like this set card over here? I mean, who says I have to go to battle phase, you know? Oh, that's such a good draw. I mean, yeah, who says I have to go to battle phase? So we're gonna go end phase. Oh, it didn't let me toggle on for my own end phase. That's fine. It does just add a banish card back to hand, so that isn't... Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, they've done it now. I guess I could banish the Mature Chronicle. How many copies of Mature Chronicle do you think the average Joe is running? This is clearly not the average Joe. There's so many musical sumo dice games to give me a monster. Indeed. So you search for opening, and then opening searches for beckoning, because you're playing the reduced package, I guess. Like, there's no shot they aren't playing, like, Ra as well, you know? They are summoning that one. They are playing the extended package. But they aren't playing the full Yubel lineup. I'm just constantly confused. Well, you got a whole lot of monsters. Ravenous Tarantula. Indeed. You do need to attack me. Like, you need to start attacking me. If you don't, it's not going to work. Also, now the Ghost Mourner makes sense. Not that it's correct, but it makes sense. I don't think I need to do anything, but just like... So I can get myself a Forbidden Quick Play spell, or get negated. It's probably get negated, let's be honest. I'll take damage if they attack him with Phantom. I could negate the Phantom though, but it's not the Phantom, it's the Nightmare Pain. And then I could Lost Wind. You know, we're just gonna try it. I want a Forbidden Quick Play spell. Please. Oh, that works. Cool. Gimme. Thanks. It's very interesting gameplay, you know? They're doing... Right. I put a monster on the field. Yeah, go for it. What are the odds that you actually absorb my monster? Close, apparently. I'll take 100. Anyway. Yeah, I feel that's fine. Right, the game is going to ramp up from here. I have an... So you're just halving your life points this turn anyway. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to do this now. And that works. So they're intentionally halving their life points to get, like, this to be stronger, which is fine. Because I'm not going to summon. Not going to continue the main phase. They halve their life points. All I need to do is negate this card's effects with either Chalice or Lost Wind. Yeah, that's fine. Right. So... I can do Valor here, which would get negated, right? In theory, or I could do Garda, which would get negated. So I think I'm going to do that one. And that actually closes the gap, which is mildly interesting. I think I'm okay with this. I would have preferred something slightly different, but it's okay. The thing is, now I'm not taking as much damage from this, generally. I think we let the battle phase go through. Because that's going to shift over, which gives them my biggest monster. 6. Puts it right the way back over there, okay. Okay, so I take 12, which then lessens your attack stat. Yeah, that's fine by me. Like, this is making it weird, but it's not, like, difficult weird. Did you just end your turn, or did you just end the phase? Add a banish card. Right, so I think I do stop this now, right? It's been going on, like, long enough. And drops the spider. We do this. Tribute this. Banish, open, destroy. Okay, that's fine. So that works. That kind of baits it out. And what now? Probably this one. I guess they were actually just going to add that back anyway, but that's okay. But you probably just add another one from deck to hand now. That was a mistake by me. Also, proper grind game against you, though, because what the hell is this deck? I could negate its effects. Oh, it's not... Okay. Discard a Super Poly. So they've... Either that's a set Super Poly, or they just don't care about Super Poly. And we're going to do Chalice on this. Right? Yeah. really weird duels to start with. Like, mostly pretty frustrating. Yeah. How was your sesh? Okay. Nice. You have fun. Yeah, still, it summons a Yugioh monster, but this is like a once per turn on the search. And you've used your battle phase. So, neat. On the one hand, I don't know where I go. On the other hand, I don't know what they're doing, like, at all. I don't have to attack a Yugioh monster. I can hit this, you know? It keeps activating, like, the wrong effect, which is really weird. But, you know, fine. Boss fight. Unfortunate. We were hoping for a monster draw. Like, not a crazy draw, just like an actual normal summonable monster. Right, so we do that. And I think in this case we're getting out no, we are getting out Valor. That drops their attack a little bit more, which will then start increasing their attack again. So I think we don't do this here. I think we save it for boss fight. Alright, once again, they're now slightly up. Trying to work out the attacks is, like, so weird. Specifically because, like, I'm trying to reduce their life points, and it's, like, you know, kind of working. During your opponent's turn, oh, so yeah, we let that happen. 100%. Everything gets not big enough. But I think they're having a hard time with the math as well. They're just gonna keep going for it. Please tell me they're attacking with this one last. I hope they're attacking him with this one next. You take no battle damage, right? So yeah, we let that go through. Neither of us takes the battle damage. This will attack him. What do you mean you aren't attacking again? Why not? Why aren't you... Why aren't you swinging in again? Damn it. I mean, I have to do it, right? I don't have to, but, like... It's gonna be beneficial. Super poly. That's 3k. If it's, you know, the Yugioh. And I was right that it was just kind of Yugioh that was set, so that's neat. Oh, you unaffected or something? You just didn't want to be used, okay. Right. Right, so that's 25. I haven't used this turn, I have used this. So we're gonna do this. And do that. You've used your effect? Yeah, you've used your effect. Give me a generator. We're gonna go for Lopter, and we'll use Lopter to summon this turn. We're still in the main phase. So yeah, we do this. You cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. Yeah. It can be targeted though. So we're just gonna get the big guy. We've got 800 life, they don't have a battle phase. Right, that's fine. We're not protecting anyone. Right. No, we're killing them this turn. Also, I don't even have to attack this, right? So, let's not overcomplicate things. I'd forgotten about that. Right. Main 2. That was a throw. It's fine. It is a-okay. So we then summon Valor, who gets out. What type are you? You're a machine. I'm going to change this to defense position. We're going to tribute off Valor, you vanish. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I can just banish this. I don't know how many copies they play, but I can just banish it. So we get this out. And then we just use Valor instead of the field spell. And we get our... There we go. They're both Tribute 2s, but they're both worth it. This can just get banished. The normal summon does not matter. So yeah, they do that. That goes through. You add another opening. You now send a monster. Okay. And we now just banish it. It's that easy. Because you discarded the other copy of it. Yeah. Okay. You get your monster back. And that's it. That is the game. There is... okay. There is no way we can lose this game at this point. Just in case. Just in case. Alright, battle phase. This took us way too long for just one duel. No, it ate Valor. Anyway. Game. Fucking hell. It's a grind fest. We could have ended it maybe a turn sooner. But, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. How long did that go on for? 12 turns against Yugioh, by the way, because they're playing some goofy fucking deck. They are playing Ra in the deck. It is not just for Guardian Slime. They are not playing God Slime, though. What is this fucking deck? Also, I was right to apparently banish this, so I should have banished it sooner. They only have 2 Nightmare Pain instead of 3. That is too much time for a single duel. On the other hand, that is a very well-earned win, so can we actually see something from said well-earned win? Maybe. It'd be nice. Earthbound new spell, which is unfortunate. Another go-go-go card. Ah, that's not a good pack. That is not a good pack. Maybe something in this one? Maybe? It looks shiny. Well, that means something, but like, I don't know what. Our Dragon level 3. I think we have 5, right? And while that doesn't make it inherently better, that's not bad, and that's not terrible. It makes it a little better. Ferocious Flame. And Supreme King Gate Projection. That's not terrible. That's fine. It's not even that good. Like, it's generic, but I don't think it does anything for us. Right. I'm gonna go get a refill on drink and nip to the loo, so I shall be right back, leaving you in with random duels. Right. Get me out of here. New decks and all that, but I'm not too interested. Maybe RB is pretty cool with the new wave of support, but there's also a decent chance it isn't. What do we pick up again? Right, Celestial Magician, which might be something genuinely, because we do have... Oh, you mentioned like so many things. But yeah, the important stuff is it mentions Zark. So you're looking at like these few here, plus... Ah, there we go, there he is. Those few cards there. Which might make it relevant. I'm not certain. What do you do again? So, Supreme King Gate, you can send, if you do special, if special, to add a card that mentions Zark. Zark can't be destroyed by... can't be banished by your opponent's card effects. During main phase, you can destroy this. If you do, place Supreme King Gate Pendulum from your hand or deck in your Pendulum Zone. Right, which means that you get us either a scale 0 or 13. It's pretty damn good. Neat. And what's the... yeah. Right, on with the next duel. Hopefully it's not anywhere near as long as that. Well, if every win takes that long, I think I could, you know, get behind that. But if every game takes that long, I cannot get behind that. Because if every one took that long, it was just a matter of, like, you know, the duel goes on for this much time, but you win. Like, that's a decent trade offer. Nothing, you say. What if I tribute myself? Still nothing. Alright, let's get Lopter back. Get ourselves a free extra body for tribute material. And it also puts Valite in rotation, which is pretty damn important. So if they ash me, they've drawn it for turn. I was a little worried then. Anyway, there's a card. And then there's 2 tokens. So we have Omni Negate, we have MST, and we can tag into a Banish or a Summon Negate. We could tag into Destruction Protection, but I don't think it's worth it most of the time. Although, also, there's a solid chance that this is just like a lab deck. It's simple. Diabell. If all special summons set. So we wait for that. Right. I think we will... hopefully they'll just activate it. Okay, no, they're putting it face up on the field. They're not actually using the effect. Right. So we Cosmic that. Because that's basically negating it. Okay. I forgot that had a thing. I knew it was a negate, but I thought it was just an on-field negate. Oh well, that's fine. Go on. Add an Azamina card. Now, if you have one, which I doubt you do, send a monster. Because these piles tend to be very spell trap focused. Add a Diabell Star monster. Alright. I guess they're using this basically as a foolish burial then, from the sounds of it. Special summon this card from your hand or grave. Yeah, they're basically using it as a foolish burial. Let's try this to get ourselves a banish live on the field then. We'll get... yeah, we'll get you. Still got 4 cards in hand. And we can only really get into one more generator that does anything. Reveal. Oh, you foolish, right? Hand and all. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm okay with leaving that. You normally just send like the ones, so they're probably just going to send Deception here. Right? It's not from your deck, so I don't think I care about it. Azamina, if fusion is something, you can add an Azamina or Sinful Spells if destroyed by battle or card effect. What if banished? Yeah, we'll do that. Now, I know one of the Azamina stuff does recycle from banished cards, but I believe it's one of the traps, which means we basically get an extra turn to, like, do something to it anyway. They still need to banish a trap from the grave, and they don't actually have a trap in the grave. Reveal an Azamina, shuffle 1 card from your graveyard and or banishment, yeah. Okay. You've got 4 cards in hand, there's an Omni Negate on the field. You've used your thing? Yeah, so I can at best get into, like, a Summon Negate. But that will give them another card, which is horrendous. We want to use this in the end phase if we can. You've used your effect this turn, right? No. Of course you haven't. I wonder what they're thinking about. Banish this, target one of your Sinful Spoils. So I'm going to target that one, which sent Yugioh from your hand or face up field to the graveyard, target face up card. Okay. That's fine. It's a draw, but like, I think that's okay. Hand and or grave. So we let that happen. And we basically just wait for them to try and destroy something. Let's allow them to pay half first. It might be that we actually have to use boss fight before the end phase, because they seem to be holding those cards in hand very close. I'd reckon they're probably just going to use this to force out the... Oh. Oh no, you're not. Well, we'll do this here then. Alright, so I can get this from... Yeah, I think I just get this from deck. We now have destruction protection. Condemned Witch, that is also really good. Change. Change. I think what I want to do is I want to use this because it's not something... Yeah, I feel that feels good. So do that, bring out Valor, and then Valor just brings out Lobster again. It's basically just extra bodies for extra bodies. There's a quick effect to destroy. We can use a cost replacement. Yeah, this feels good. What's your target? The field spell. I mean, that's my second copy, but I'm actually okay with that. No, not even gonna bother. You've made it that much easier to kill you. During the main phase, reveal an Azmina fusion, send a Sinful Spoils card from your hand and or face up. From your hand and or field to the graveyard, if face down, reveal it, then special summon. Azmina. So I've got this, which is negate. If fusion summon target and send. Yeah, I mean we can just negate the targeted send. Also, we're still in the main phase, which gives me freedom to like actually use a normal summon. Get out a Forbidden Chalice. Continue with my life. Make an Xyz monster if I really want to, depending on how much more they do. So... Alright, what if we do this then? We're going to tribute 1, we're going to tribute 2, and we're going to banish the last card. And then, yeah, we just negate that one instead. Oh, I contributed off Lobster. That was a mistake. Hello. So, okay, this goes through. And then probably target to send, I'd guess. What are you selling? Yeah, targeted send. Unfortunate, but A-okay. Normal summon. Get ourselves a Forbidden Chalice. What have we got? So, you've used your regular effect. There's one left in the deck. I think I'm okay with this. What do you... when your opponent activates your card effect in response to your Diabell Star monster or your Sinful Spoils spell trap. Okay. So yeah, I think we just negate that. Yeah, it's 3100, but who cares? No, you're not returning something from the graveyard to your hand. Why can't I do this right now? During your opponent's main phase, quick effect. Am I getting something wrong? Also, this is like the worst case scenario, that they actually just start milling. Although that isn't a monster effect. What are you copying? Why can't I do— oh. Right. That moment of realization really does hit you like a truck, huh? Do you target? No. No, thankfully you don't. You negate, though. And Azamina? Yeah, fuck you. I probably could have played that better. But I can still be mad. And will still be mad at my opponent because, no. Why do you just get Monster Gate off the top? Why do you get a mill everything? When I have to top deck, I get, like, awful cards at the moment. I get abysmal top decks. The opponent might as well write themselves a check. It's not a great hand. Especially if this is against actual K9. Then I'm gonna really hate this hand. Yes, please. But it doesn't seem like it is so far. Yeah, you know what? That's worth it. It's kind of a negate. And it now does piercing. We have Magma in hand, we have boss fight on field, we have this one to protect things until boss fight resolves. If boss fight resolves. We haven't actually done anything that would trigger an Ash Blossom at the moment. And you're going to draw a card anyway, so let's, you know, let's do this. Have a field spell, have another card. I feel like the Ice Jade is going to do okay here. I feel like what's going to do better if I can get to it is Nidhogg. So yeah, I think I go Lopter for Nidhogg. I'm not banishing anything with Magma, probably, because they're adding Ice Barrier cards from their deck to their hand, which are notoriously water monsters. Right, so you go Chain 1, just in case they do have Ash and they wanted the free draw. Chain 2, send a monster. And that works, okay. Now you added 1. So you've got at least one monster, probably more than that. What did you actually do? If sent to the graveyard, you can add an Ice Barrier from your deck to your hand. All the Ice Barriers. And no, we don't do that just yet. We're going to do Lopter in a sec. Hello. Welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the channel. I didn't know if you were going to be a repeat viewer or not, so it's actually nice to see you make a reappearance. I got something notified on Twitch. Well, exclusive pins. Cosmetics I don't care about, my favourite. You have joined us in the middle of an Ice Barrier duel, apparently. We have given them a draw. They've had a draw themselves. They're now having another one. Toxic player right here. I mean, so far you've been friendly enough to me. You know, I have that deck. Oh, what, Ice Barrier or K9? Because it's not K9, it's Ice Barriers. Ice Barrier, fair enough. So, I mean, we just do that because that does actually stop the card. And then we can do this, which means that we can get into Nidhogg. So they can't actually synchro, well, they can synchro summon, but it'll just go to the grave instead. Yeah, we'll banish it. There we go. Effect stop, monsters protected. That's fine, you can special summon that. We're waiting for you to do a synchro summon, and then we're going to stop that instead. Also, we still have the Omni Negate. If there's something we think genuinely threatens us, we're okay. Which, I don't know Ice Barrier all that well. There might be something that does genuinely threaten us, but I'm not certain. It could be... okay, you're getting another search. The horror. A non-monster turn search, but, like, on the other hand, Ice Barrier deserved it at the point it was printed because they had absolutely nothing. It might give them full combo, but can you play through a Solemn? A Solemn and an Omni. He wants the token. Maybe. Let's see, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters in the graveyard. Your opponent cannot tribute summon, spells and traps, change their battle position, special level 4. You got 3 cards in hand. So we're gonna say no to this one. That leaves you with 3 bodies on field. I think use your normal summon. Yeah, you did use your normal summon. So you got no tuners at the moment. Oh, okay. Link 2. For Colin an enemy. That seems like a pretty good thing to stop. Yeah. Go for it. I mean, at this point, you've used all my disruptions on you. I don't have a dark monster in the grave, so I'm not gonna Visceal. You've got a 10, but doesn't it require like 2 materials? No, it doesn't. On the other hand, they cannot be destroyed by or banished by my opponent's card effects. They can be destroyed by battle. Yeah, boss minions don't special summon. I know that, but at the same time, I kind of, like, I'll have to. Okay, so you're going for the synchro, which can bring itself back. When you pop it, he gets 3 banishes off your field. Yeah. Seventh Tachyon. Now that is not a bad draw. For you see, this allows me to pop off regardless. Oh, and they don't negate it. Alright, Magma, you're probably not doing a lot here. If Synchro summoned because of an opponent's card. Okay, that's fine. negate it. Actually, I've just realised I now have to clear it this turn. And I probably shouldn't have tried for that. No, this is okay. This is fine. Is that Nibiru? No, it's not Nibiru. Where is it? What do you have? So yeah, I could 9 lives cap, which brings back something from their graveyard if I really want to. I'm gonna hold it for like the banish for the next turn. Ogre. Yeah, it could be. It's a ghost ogre. Let's see. So I think this is okay. Once per chain, if your opponent special summons. So you can summon an ice barrier, then change to defense. Hand deck or extra. Like, you can summon them from extra, but it doesn't give you the effects. So I don't care about that. What I'm going to want to do is get into... yeah, that's a-okay. That's fine. So we do that. Right, noted. I remember him, he's... No? Which one is he? Right. And you summon from... hand deck extra deck graveyard, you put them into the graveyard already. So... I can negate this, destroy it. They get to summon an ice barrier from the extra deck, which is treated as a synchro summon. I don't see that as a particular downside at the moment. You get rid of 1 and 2. He's gonna banish 3, but I'm okay with that, honestly. Because I can just banish the... like, it's the triple Trish, sure, but, like, I'm okay with that. Ah, right. Doesn't target. And then, if synchro summoned... ah, you know what? No. Okay. 1, 2, and 3, I guess. That's neat. Anyway, you banished a card. That also now just doesn't... yeah, it will float, but I've got time. And I've got decent enough plays. I think the centigrade is fine. This can kill, like, something that they're gonna do, so I might as well try and treat it with care. you want to go for... I mean, that's interesting, but no, you want to get Valor in. And Valor's just going to summon out, I guess, Nidhogg, which forces them to clear it. If they were to Synchro Summon again, they might not. Alright, we have the Surge. Put this back up here. Maybe they're just not used to playing against generators that randomly have an Ice Jade. I feel like they're doing a lot of math before the end of the main phase. So yeah, that's why they're going into Nidhogg. You are not going into Nidhogg. That's mildly annoying. Also negate their effects. I can... I mean, their effects won't be protected or anything, so I guess there's no point. We might as well activate it in response so we can at least banish it from the grave. You kidding me? I should be able to activate in that window, but that's just... okay. Okay. Fine. I hate damage step. I hate damage step. Nothing more to say about it. Trishula can attack, just hit something. Jeez, ain't that difficult. Everything's negated on the field, so you just hit something. That was the wrong one, though. Is it a permanent negate? Yeah, negate their effects. Right, okay. I think I have managed to screw myself over probably pretty easily. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I should have just saved the Chalice, and that's all I needed to do. I didn't need to negate them on my turn to try and, like, build into things. Either that, or I was supposed to make an Xyz monster. One or the other. No, because it's negated, and because it activated it on the field, that's where it's, you know, negated from, so... Oh. Another one. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, what do we got? Well, you know that is a card. You've probably got something in the graveyard that's... Oh. Not a single Ice Barrier card in the graveyard is just protection. Gungnir. Okay. I mean, yeah. We'll just pass. You've still got a discard to kill, and you probably have banish effects from the grave, but I'm just going to ignore that. This is not a duel I should be winning at this point. Okay. So you synchro summoning for 10. Again. Third time's the charm, I swear. Or are you trying to bait me into attacking a bug? Just so you don't have to discard to destroy? I don't understand. No, it's a synchro 10. Okay. And it's Baron. Everybody loves Baron. You might as well use your pop on it. It's all the same anyway. Maybe I should have actually tried to activate it and they just Baron negate without knowing it's already negated. Sometimes your opponents are just that dumb. And you know that's just mildly funny. Big bunga. Who cares about effects? Go. I might be a terrible player, but I'm making my moves damn fast. During your main phase, center level 3 becomes... So is this more Ice Barrier combo? And you just sent another copy of itself. Are you running out of names in your Ice Barrier deck? Is it the 10-turn tickle? They're not even attacking with it. That's mad disrespect. Which is fair. I can't blame them, but like, no, that's insane disrespect right there. What if I draw the Game Changer? And you've just, you know, not hit me for 400? We've been through pretty much all our generators, so Valor's probably offline. We can get like another copy of the field spell. We can get a second Loctor. No, we can't get a second Loctor. Watch that 400 will matter. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you see, he's got a total of 500. It's also a Link 2, but he's got 500 attack on board. He could have had 900, you know? Almirage. Okay. You've dropped your attack points on board. Now what? Link 2. SP. Are you going to banish the card from the graveyard? You absolute buffoon. Oh yeah, it's on the field or in the graveyard. I still say you buffoon. How hard could it be to pick a target you have a face down on the field? Yeah, it needs to be in the grave, so we're going to prevent that. You can try and banish it, but no. We'll get to a decent top deck eventually. Or they'll quit out of frustration. We won't quit. Never surrender. Except for, you know, the good, like, probable hour or so today where we have just surrendered, you know? Ignore those times. Set. The thing is, they're playing more charms. So, like, maybe I can make Tactics live. Metaverse. Wait, Metaverse. That's it. If we can just get the generator field spell for their next turn, then we can actually do things. Methinks. I might have like one target left in deck. No, I should have two actually. Yeah, I have two targets left in deck. Which means I can put a monster on the field. Fantastic. And if I happen to draw one of them anyway, then that's fine as well. Fiendish Chain, that is a-okay. I can now be relatively passive. It summons in defense, so doesn't matter too much. We're just gonna summon Nidhogg. Start putting pressure on. Gimme tokens. The tokens aren't necessary, but they may feel threatening. And of course, the turn after this, we get to Naglfar. And that's 2 9s, which makes 9 lives cap, which revives Valor, which revives Nidhogg. You want to give me a fat token? You can give me a fat token. Gone is the 2 9s dream, unless I draw into Naglfar, I guess. Big token. Massive token. I don't think they have anything for the token, guys. It'd be, you know, shame if you put in some, like, generic extra deck options like Nightmares, you know? These staple cards that really save you in these certain situations. I know Ice Barrier needs their deck, it's probably a pretty tight extra, but, like, you gotta laugh, right? Oh. Oh, baby. You could not have given me a better draw. One. 2. And more importantly, this is gonna absolutely clear whatever you have face down. We cleared the set monster first. It's a Fua. I destroyed a card. I've committed cardinal sin. Are you okay there? Are you aware of what you're doing? Okay, it can't be destroyed by card effects. It can be destroyed by battle. And you can take 31 direct. Now, okay, the 400 didn't matter. But they could have hit me for so much damage, you know? I had, like, turns where I wasn't drawing. Anyway, that was a absolute slog that I turned it into. It's entirely my fault. What did we not see? So we didn't see cross out. Oh yeah, they were like down. We saw there were every one of those was in the oh no, that wasn't in the grave. These were all in the grave. We saw that. We saw 2 of this. Those were both in the grave. That was in the grave. I think all 3 of this was in the grave. That was in the grave. So yeah, I don't know what else they could have had in that duel, but not much of anything. And would you look at that? We're 3 wins for ranking up. As much as we've still got like another 6 streams to do it, it is gonna feel like an effort. What do we got? Magical Hound. This is a moderately decent tuner. It just, you know, it's a special summon by bouncing an opponent's spell trap. And it's a level 1. So that helps make our 10s, which is absolutely fantastic. Do we put it in the current deck? I don't actually know. I don't think so. I still think Orochi is better, because it's a water tuner, which actually allows us to make Aja in. and it does give like piercing, or it gives a stat buff if you use it on something lower. What else? Jinzo support, Archfiend Gilfer, Draconic Tactics, which is awful. That is a 3 for 1. Giant Axe Mummy, Spawn Alligator, which is reptile support, but, you know, the older kind of reptile support, not the newer kind. So, Magical Hound, probably the best card in that. It's a self-summoning level 1 tuner. It is a going second tool. More so than a going... well, yeah, pretty much exclusively a going second tool. Blessed Winds, Archers, Scrap Archfiend. The third copy of that particular Mechanico card. If you control Zark, okay, well you won't, but destroy Zark, summon a Odd Ice Pendulum or Light Supreme King Zark. Place a Pendulum from your extra deck in your Pendulum Zone. Set a quick play. Alright, Gradle Impact, Ancient Warrior, and Rise of the Snake Deity. It's probably Gradle Impact for like the best card in that set. And that's not a particularly great bar to be setting. Right, okay, next duel. Next duel? Next pack. Which looks like it's just following into the next duel, yeah. A lot of duplicates, and the one non-duplicate is a Chronomaly card. Which isn't fantastic. This isn't too bad because it's just a temporary banish. That's kind of okay, but requires setup. This is actually pretty decent, and the Fuzzy Lanius is a pretty good Raid Raptor. I don't think we have enough for Orcust. So, onward. Maybe we can get to Plat 4 today. Maybe. Because it hasn't been particularly kind to us. It's been kind to a lot of other people, apparently. The proof, it grows around me. Although they're taking their time to choose. How's everyone been doing anyway? Hope everyone's been okay. I guess there is one thing that I haven't said, which is that I got a new mattress over the past week because the springs had gone in my old one. And so I've gone from sleeping on very soft, but probably structured like a probably pretty bad for me bed, to very hard bed. Very hard bed. And last night, oh, I mean, you're playing multiples of the 12, so there's that. So that's kind of about it. On the other hand, that also looks like your turn, because you're not doing much of anything else. Oh no, you're doing things. You're doing Doomsy You Bell. But yeah, mattress is hard. It's not making sleep particularly easy currently, but you're supposed to give it like a couple of weeks. And as I tend to sleep on my back, it's supposedly what I need. Oh, I thought you were going to destroy the Doomsy. But I guess this isn't one of the cards that procs from being destroyed. Is it just the spell traps that benefit from being destroyed? Sorry, what? Doomsy Raiders. During your main phase, destroy Doomsy. Special summon a Doomsy. I think I leave it. I'll keep my access to Lightwind Earth. I'm gonna set... It looks like I'm gonna set 3 next turn anyway. Are the Doomsies fiend? No, you're a dragon. You're a fiend. You're a dragon. So currently, Starry Dragon Cycle gets me Samsara Devotus. but it also looks like they're not doing a lot of anything. And it's not equipped with an equip card. Well, that's pretty cool. Spell trap card or a monster effect is activated. Right, fair enough. So, set, 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 and set. There's Labyrinth Impression. I mean, we want them to put like a monster in this column. They won't. We let that happen. It's not in a column. Okay, or something to that one. Mildly unfortunate. Mildly fortunate. Let's not allow that to happen. I mean, I think I just let that hit. There doesn't seem to be any reason to not. Especially when I can, like, steal this and make an anima and use the anima to suck it. So, I mean, yeah, we'll do that. They might just go into Yugioh pretty soon after. Can I? Wait, what can I do with this? Not a lot. Or can I? So let's bounce this. Summon the 1. Oh, it's a fusion, it's just the same attribute. Oh. Okay, so I could make a Yazi here. And then no one has any banished darks. So why not? Let's do that. I'm still playing. Yeah, I'm still playing Anima. Also, then you can special summon it. Right. Well, that's mildly unfortunate. Do I just get rid of it? That puts me in serious harm's way. Okay, right. I think I have to do that one. Zoning. Zoning matters. Right. So I could do anima, I could take this, but then what? I can make a link 2 out of it. No, I think we do need to do Yazi. Well, that seems really bad. It's either Yazi or Zeta. Fuck, man, I think I am just dead. I can't think of anything that actually makes this matter. So I guess I could control you, Bell, but that doesn't feel like that helps me in any way. No, we make Yazi. Maybe playing slow, but I also just genuinely don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do in this case. So yeah, we target Yazi. I can target this, which means like, oh yeah, I'd be able to attack. And I think the more important thing is that it allows me to, you know, put something on the field in defense position, which in this case is going to be Nidhogg. I don't have the 11 in extra deck, I keep removing it, so yeah, you know what, sure. $2,800 is going to be fine. I still have an Omni Negate. They definitely won't get to another Nightmare Pain. There's no way they'd get to another Nightmare Pain. Also, again, zoning. I probably want to put this, like, over here or over here. I keep summoning things to places where I'd like the Iron Thunder to just completely demolish things. Okay. So you're doing Dark Calling. Hand or Grave? What can you summon? I've got no idea in this case. Dark Fusion. Dark Fusion has a lot. So, this one. I think I have to negate it. I don't like it, but I think I have to do it. Because otherwise they probably just kill me. I don't think the last card in hand is something like... If the last card was Nightmare Pain, they would have absolutely done that by now. They would not wait for me to activate the set card. I don't know how big of a Doom Z package they're playing either, because they've just left this guy on the field. And they don't seem to be contemplating destroying it. Unless they're new to the deck, which they could be. There's Phantom. I'm not going to fall for the bait and solemn it, especially because, yeah, that will kill me if I do. End phase. You're going to... you're going to special summon that. Are you going to tribute something off? Yeah, I don't know... Does anyone know why it's not actually popping up on the once per turn? Small thing. Ah, fuck. Right. I'm gonna have to hope that they negate that. Pretty please. And they do. Okay. So I go to summon a Yugioh from their deck. That's fine, because this gives me 2 monsters on the field. They don't have Nightmare Pain. You can special summon a Yugioh, that's fine. It has to be, like, Yugioh. It's not a Yugioh monster. Right. So we do this, we send that, summon. And then we special summon 9 Lives Cat. We're going to put 9 Lives Cat in the EMZ. We're going to activate, we're going to detach, we're going to put Valor in the graveyard because it's not a bestial target. We're going to get back, and my plan has failed because I forgot a crucial line of text. Right, what else can I do? So I can put this in the grave, except by its own effect. That would trigger it. I can still normal some of the Assault Synchron. It's not ideal, but like, it's something. Current attack position wants to change the defense position. Yeah, no, I think it's just this, right? I can't actually summon another monster this turn. Sure. Big boy. Now, if they do get Nightmare Pain, I'm dead, but that was always the case, so let's kill this. Is it Nightmare Pain? No. It's Eternal Favorite. Take 16. Main 2. What does Eternal Favorite do again? Special Yugioh. If you control Yugioh, discard, send this fusion. Which means they can kill me. Like, it's not even difficult. Yeah, fuck it. We bowl. This is just gonna have to do it. The only other thing I could have done was make Haggard banish something to change its attack and give me a draw. Special Yugioh. Okay. That is. I mean, it's fine. I don't know. Is it? You got 4 level 10s on the field. I should probably be very scared. But also, I notice a very delayed... Well, no, you're still deciding what action to do, because otherwise I'd get a chance to do something. They are thinking. I've taken my good, sweet time thinking during this duel, so I guess I can't complain. And how's everyone been, anyway? These are the times when it's important to, you know, check up on people. Make sure that we're having a happy time. Wait. Why did I not get a chance to... Once per turn, if your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect. Also, that's mildly funny. I'm a little confused, because it did activate a spell, trap card, or effect. Did I just miss the UI? Did I misclick? Maybe I did, I don't know. 3 10s. Or 3 10s. Into Jupiter, the Power Patron of Destruction. Oh, wait. No. What are you doing? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's fantastic. Apparently leaving Typhon up was the play. Which, you know what? Fair. I think I should be punished for that mistake, because Typhon could have only bounced either the 4000 defender or the 3/3 defender. And it may have been able to clear Nidhogg, but like that would be it. And our opponent's making us go first. Which, on the one hand, we're going first. On the other hand, choice. I mean, that's not too bad. The opponent apparently has something, though. So, we'll find out. In 2 seconds, maybe. Summon. And then we will summon. Nope, apparently not. Okay, do we value a rank 9? You know, I'm gonna have no cards in hand anyway. Gimme. I want the go. It doesn't preserve Valor, but it's mildly funny. It gives me a draw 3 on their turn, probably. We've got a Monster Steel, we've got the Generator Field Spell, we've got a Generator Engrave, we've got drawing 3 cards on their turn, I presume. Which might be wrong of me. Summon a Drytron from your deck, but destroy it during the end phase. Okay. So they summon a Drytron, and the Drytron probably says, like, on summon add. And then we do Metaverse. Yes? Seems good to me. Give me 3 cards, please. Yeah, those are 3 cards, I guess. Ah, there we go. If special summoned add. They could have Nibiru, and if we play into Nibiru, I think, honestly, we play into Nibiru. Because what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to get to Lopter, and then we're going to want to tribute Lopter off. It's a ritual deck, which can use an Xyz monster, but it is a ritual deck. So, yeah, we're going to do that. And then once this resolves, we're going to let Lopter tribute off one of the tokens. And let's just tribute this one off for the sake of argument. And we're going to banish, methinks. Nah, we're going to negate. Negate's just better. Every time. Oh, you're playing Ritual Pile. So right, we let that go. They get a search. You now send a monster, please. From your hand or field. You got 3 on field. And it rituals from hand or grave. Okay. So yeah, you're just ritual summoning that, aren't you? At least that's the theory. Don't think it's happening in practice, though. you got a ritual spell in hand, you got the 12 monster in grave, and you got 3 level 1s on field. Move Beta Fafnir. So yeah, we just negate that one. Tribute 2. And because it's negate destroyed, you then don't have the ritual, like, you don't have the monsters necessary to ritual summon. Right, so what are you adding from deck to hand? Because we know your hand consists of Ritual Spell, and now Ritual Monster +1. If you activate the Ritual Spell, I do just Snatch Steal, so you don't have 2k attack. You have Mysterious third card in your hand that either makes or breaks. So I got a Drytron in your grave. Okay, so that's the last one. Right. So they're going to be able to Ritual Summon it. It's just not going to do great. Have they foreseen the Crackdown? Because it feels like they've foreseen the Crackdown. I'm going to get rid of this thing. You have to tribute the big guy for the big guy, which they were doing anyway, but it just gives them less value. I probably should have waited. Okay, never mind. Well, you can't crash this, you can't clear this, so you're clearing the token, Lotter, or your own Drytron monster. And after that, I think things get a bit sketchy. They don't want to leave this on the field, but they don't know that. You cleared the wrong monster. That is like the worst option you could have picked. Because if I can clear this in like any way, I guess I could like tribute someone over it or something. I can then just make Anima and steal it. In fact, you know, that does it. But no, I think more. I mean, we can just also do that. So yeah, let's do that. We'll just crash. It's safer. It's easier. This guy can't attack, but that's not important. We're going to do this just to make sure we have proper lethal. We want to make sure I guess I probably would have summoned the 9 then if that was the case that we wanted to make sure. Can't target you with spell trap effects, but monster effects are fair game. It's the monster effect one that's in the grave. Goodbye. Then we get Valor, Lotter, and Train. Pain Train. I don't know why he's being called Yami Jr. for playing Drytron, but we take it, I guess. It's another win, and wow, look, only 3 more wins to rank up. It's just Drytron. They're just doing the whole, like, accessories thing. Which is, I don't know. It feels weird. I feel like if you're gonna accessorize, there's not actually a point to making it, you know, look like you're playing a different deck, right? Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Beast. Destroyed by battle, so that's a no. Foxfire, Phantom Cricket, Twin Sword, Toon, Keybase, Sarcophagus, and Give and Take, which It's floodgatey. We have ways to floodgate the opponent. I don't know what we'd summon to their field, but like I'm pretty sure we have something that we could summon to the opponent's field to lock them from special summoning. And that would be all it takes. Let's see. Alright. Eventful first pack, you know. Very valuable cards, all of them. Very clear. And the second pack is going to be equally impactful, of course. Okay, we immediately got a new card, but it's a Gaga card, so... Go, Tindangle card, which isn't that bad. Duplicate Reptilian. I mean, Vasky is not bad, but like, do you need multiple? Not really. Delaunay is a pretty decent card for Tindangle, though. I don't think we have any of the cards necessary to make it work, unless it's in the graveyard. We probably have enough like Tindangles that we could use the graveyard effect. So that's it, right? So, related cards. Oh no, we can use the first effect. It's not like Tindangles is an amazing strategy, but like, hey, we can use the first effect. Wow, that's kind of neat. Although we're missing... I think we need dolls. I think we need this thing. Which looks like, you know, kind of Lovecraftian Verte. It gives me that kind of vibe. Like Verte screaming. Tindangle Hound, which isn't as important. Yeah, definitely not as important. What's more important is Drelf having a single base Gardener. I guess having this one. And probably Protection plus the Link monster. Gurgurn's End is negotiable. Oilers. I think it's Oilers, not Eulers. I think it's Oilers Circuit, which is fine. Stairs of Mail is decent. Intruder's pretty key, and we could use it with like other flip monsters, so maybe we do like look into a flip deck at some point. It's gonna be pretty bad though. Right, next all. We can give it a few more before we call it a night. Okay, we gotta choose. Going first, please. Tindangle was my second archetypal deck I bought to locals. First one was Monarchs. 60 cards and they apparently have something. Normal summon. Effect. Tribute. Special summon. Effect. Special summon? Okay, so we get a negate on board. We're gonna put him here. And we're gonna put 1, 2, and 3. Should be okay. We've got a monster negate, we've got a compulse for an extra deck, and we've got an actual omni negate. And a monster negate. Set 1. Summon 1. So it's a Blue Eyes pile, right? Wow. Speechless. I'll admit, I thought there'd be more to it. From your hand, deck, or grave. So, I do this. I detach the Valor. We target this, and we target this. They get the chance to respond. We're going to Fiendish Chain. Yeah, we're just going to Fiendish Chain. Which means its effects are in fact negated, and we can put a rank 9 on the field. Again. They don't have a monster in the grave, so I think we just keep them both around for damage purposes. And then we could make like Jormungandr if we really want to. Yeah, you got something for that. Bottomless. Okay. I mean, it could still do the thing if targeted for an attack, so yeah, sure, Bottomless works. Well, okay, we've got a... Oh, yeah, right. We just keep it for next turn. Battle phase, attack. You can't do the thing because you're under Fiendish Chain. And then do the thing. And just hit for 26. This might be a much easier duel than I was anticipating when seeing a 60 card pile. We've still got Monster Negate, we've still got Extra Deck Compulse, and we've still got a Counter Trap. We can also get a Destruction Protection or a Solemn. Don't need it. We're gonna get it anyway, though. Because it's just more damage. Use this, bring out the Lopter next turn to bring out something else. And that is well over lethal. Yeah. Decks like this surprise me that they get to Platinum. But at the same time, we're in the lowest part of Platinum, which means it is, the most likely place they're going to reside, because you can't D-rank any time before this. Yeah, you're not on the newest wave of support. You are just playing Blue Eyes with Super Poly, but without proper Super Poly targets. And with like one Dark Hole, one Raigeki, one Lightning Storm. No hand traps. I think, not including any hand traps is really good, but I think if you're actually trying to climb the ladder, you kind of need them. Oh, it's Unsolved Mysteries on or something? Is that it? Oh no, they're in a duel at the moment. That's what that icon is. Neat. At least I can only assume that's what the icon is. Right. Anyway, 2 Master Packs. Surely we'll get something amazing for sending someone just learning the game to the Shadow Realm, right? Trap Hole, which is fine. Odd Eyes of Wing Dragon, which we already have. Another card that is just... Oh, wait, hold on. This is really good. Immediately goes into Go second deck. We actually have some Psy-Frames. We were looking for this. Also, Scarlet Scourge is actually a pretty decent vampire. I don't know what the vampire deck we have looks like at the moment, but, I could go back and do, a zombies thing. Scarlet Scourge is pretty good. Okay, we got a Shining Sark card, which becomes Dark Magician on the field. We got a couple cards which become Dark Magician, but the issue is, we still got to put them on the field somehow. And surprise, surprise, we don't have Shining Sarcophagus. Right, and that is truly awful. Dark Magician is probably the best card in this pack, that said. Right. just what do we have in the way of Psyframes? Psyframes are not worth including in the current deck because we're aiming to go first like the whole time. Hand traps like Ash Blossom, Imperm, Dominus cards would be worth including, because you can't avoid going second some of the time. But this, like, in just kind of like a ghost second deck, yeah, why not? 2 monsters accept tokens, Psyframe gear monsters in your hand, even while you control the monsters. So we have 1 Gamma, which is objectively the best one. We have 3 Delta, which is a spell negate, which is pretty damn good. And then we have... Are you the attack? Yeah, you're the attack. We have 2 Summon negate. And then we have 1 of the 2 extra deck Synchros. I don't know why I said it that way, but 1 of the 2 Synchro monsters. During the player's turn, you can banish this card as a Psyframe card from your deck to your hand. Target a Psyframe you control, banish it until the next standby. If another Psyframe leaves the field, you can special a Psyframe from your hand. How do you recycle your banished Psyframes? Or is that specifically Omega? I think it might specifically be Omega. During your opponent's standby phase, you can target a banished card, return it to the graveyard. Right. Yeah, so this is how you're supposed to loop your Psyframe stuff. Yeah, but we can't do that. But we have Psyframes, which means Psyframe Kaiju, maybe. We can go for another duel. But after that, I should probably call it. I do want to spend more time on this bed because I need to soften it up somehow. You know, I need to use it. I need to sleep. It is a task. It has to be done. Right, anyway, we're going second against a 40 card deck 13 extra. Alright. I'm sure there's reason for the 13 extra, but we'll find out. Pre-prep. Mitsu. Right. I'm gonna be right back, but I'm not gonna bother, like, with the thing, because they are probably gonna take a minute. Now, there was a time before where I just AFK'd and, you know, I lost the duel as a result because I had an activatable card in my hand. This is not one of those examples, nor is it a combo that is apparently short enough that I can, you know, nip to the loo for a couple minutes, come back, and they're still going, really. This guy's at 2. Wow. Is there anything else that's, like, limited, banned, or anyway? I don't think there is, right? It's just like 2 Abakiri. Congratulations. Nope. Just 2 Abakiri. That's the restriction. Anyway, now you can do the cool thing because you have like 3 8s on the field. It's not that one. Should be 3 monsters. Yeah. Make your opponent banished exactly. Oh wow. Going in hard on Mitsu. Okay. No, that doesn't do much. That gets me to like a... No, it doesn't even get me to a link. My opponent activates a card or effect. Right. Normal summon. Maybe. I mean, I don't see the point. I think it is just like boss stage, set 2, call it a day. I mean, yeah, I'll discard a card, you know. We'll discard Nidhogg. There you go. And turn. I don't think we're winning this, so maybe I should have just quit while I was ahead with the last duel. But that also wouldn't get us anywhere. We've been here long enough, you know. I really don't know why I'm having such a hard time in flat, though. I'll get myself a special summon. If I get myself a special summon, I guess it's for Valor, right? Valor puts Har on the field, and then I can go for like stuff that's like a little bit more interactive with them. Like Utgarda next turn. And they just searching no end. So yeah, we go for Valor now. Sure. It's not a negate, sorry. Allows us to get to Har. No, let that happen. Now I'm gonna make them all dear send one of their like 6, more like 7 monsters. Probably more realistically 8. I would not be surprised, you know. You have a couple too many cards in hand, get rid of one of them. Sure. No, this kind of leaves me stuck with like Valor on the field, and I can get to... Yeah, no, I think I'll actually just tribute and negate that, who cares? They're probably going to have something for me next turn anyway, but I feel that this is probably better that we just, you know, make them send, but we couldn't like do... Ah, fuck, it's... I'm not going to be able to get to Lofter. Right, U-turn. Yeah, we try that. If you want to negate with the army, I will indeed discard a card. Surprise, surprise. If you want to negate with the Ash, that's also fine, because fuck me. Alright, what do we have face down? Trap Tricks, which is not going to work. And Lost Wind, which will work. Except we have to discard, and they're just going to trip you off, and then it will special summon itself back. So I think we can just call this one a wrap, you know? I was tempted to stay in it, but I don't really think we're going to crawl back from that. Is it seriously just like Mitsu has all of, you know, what, one card semied? I mean, it's still pretty it might actually still be in the shop. I don't know how recent it is. No, it is not still in the shop. Crazy. Couldn't do something like even like, I think even the TCG like limited Habakiri. Anyway, that was a experience as per usual. What are we looking at for the data for next time? So stats session 141. I don't know, 800 well no, we put it over 900, but I don't know, 905. 904, okay. That's moderately disappointing. 6 duels. How many did we play? 13. So it's not too bad. It's just under 50%, but it's like, it's under 50%, you know, still. Does mean we've cleared 900 wins. So we are well ahead of our 1 to 3. Or, sorry, 3 duels played, 1-1. We're steaming ahead of that. We got like a 500 duel installation just about. Which is crazy. And yeah, it's not something that I can really care about as much anymore, because it's not the metric that matters. We need to be over 50%. We need that win rate to be, you know, climbing. But to get it close to 50%, we're going to need to win like well over 50% to make it a noticeable difference. Anyway, that's enough rambling. My name is Catmonarch, and I'm thankful to everyone who's participated in today's stream, whether that is, you know, you're watching it on Twitch after the fact, or whether you've actually, you know, caught the thing live. It's nice having you guys here. Nice having you guys watch. There isn't anyone live I can send all 2 people to. I could send people to Surprise Round RPG. Twitch could freeze on me. Entirely an option. Anyway, my name is Catmonarch. It's been nice having you all around, and I look forward to catching you guys all on Monday. Goodbye for now.